Hey everyone, welcome on Davis Stack. So in the last video, we added the menu attachment on our individual chat page. Now we left the camera thing on our individual chat page. For that, we have the two plugin. First one is camera plugin and second one is image picker plugin. So please comment it down that which kind of plugin I will cover on the next topic where I will cover this camera thing. So please comment it out that either I can use the image picker or either I can use the camera plugin. I will also drop in poll, so please give your opinion on that poll for this button for the camera plugin and the image picker plugin. But in this video, we are going to discuss about this select contact page. So if I will click on this button, so this page will come. So I'm going to cover the topic on this video that we will gonna work on this select contact page. So I already implemented this thing and I'm going to show you that how you can implement it on your chat app. So let's begin the journey for implementing the select contact page and watch the video till the last. So let me create a new screen inside the screen folder. Select contact dot. Inside the select contact dot, I had to import the material dot package with help of awesome Flutter snippet. I had to create a stateful widget with help of again awesome Flutter snippet. The name will be select contact. Instead of returning an empty container, I'm going to return a scaffold which is empty as of now. And we have to call the select contact.dart file on a chat page where we have the floating action button. So here is the code where we have the floating action button, and inside the floating action button we have the on phrase. Inside the on phrase we are going to use the navigator dot pose, and in the route we have to use the material page route, and instead of providing the this thing I have to provide the builder method, and I'm going to return the select contact page. So remember, when I use this kind of thing, then automatically that file is imported, and for your case if it is not automatically imported, please import it. And let me hit the save. After hitting the save, hot reload will happen, and if I will click on this floating action button, then we will land into the empty scaffold where we don't have anything. So let's work on it. Inside the scaffold, first thing we are going to cover is the app bar. So let me add the app bar. Let me add the title. Title will have the column, the same thing we perform in the individual chat page. Inside the column, we have the children. The first children will be the text, and the name will be select contact, and the second children will be again a text where we have to show the number of contacts available. Like if I will put 265 or 256 contacts, and let me hit the save and show you the changes. This thing you can see over here. Now we have to do the styling over here. So inside the text, I'm going to add the style, text style. What will be the font size? We have to use the 19 as a font size. What will be the font weight? Font weight will be font weight dot bold, and that's it. Hit the save. Add the styling over here also for the below text field. The font size will be 13, and hit the again save. Now inside the column, let me add the main axis alignment to the start. So I'm just writing the code very fast because same thing I already covered inside the individual chat page. And due to I have a limit time, that's why I'm writing the code as soon as possible. Now we added the select contact and the 256 contacts thing. So same thing we have inside the WhatsApp also. Now the other thing we have to work is we have to work on the search button and the pop-up menu button. For that, just after the title, we have the action property. Inside the action property, the first icon button I'm going to provide is the icon icons.search, and on press should be a empty method, and I'm going to hit the save. So this is the first icon button, which is the search button, and I have to put the size of this search button to 26, size to 26, and we need the pop-up menu button. For the pop-up menu button, what I'm going to use, that I'm going to use the last code because I don't want to write the whole thing again. So where we had the pop-up menu button, we had it on an individual chat page. Inside the individual chat page, inside the action, we had this pop-up menu button. So I'm just going to copy all the pop-up menu button code till here. Okay, all the pop-up menu button code, I'm just going to copy it, and you can find it on individual chat page. And I'm going to paste it just below the first icon button. Okay, and let me hit the save. And after hitting the save, if you will see that here we have a multiple option, but in the actual select contact page, we don't have this much option. So let me just write it that we have only 4 options in the select contact page. The first option is invite a friend, and copy it and paste it over here. Second option is contacts, copy these contacts and paste it here. Third option is refresh and paste it here again. Last option is help and paste it here, help. And we don't need these 2 other options. Let me delete it and hit the save again. And let me click here and let me see the changes is added or not. So we added all the changes. Now we have to work on the body of this select contact page. For that, we have this kind of view. So let's work on this kind of card first. Okay. So let me go on the code, and first we have to work on the card. So I'm going to create a new card, which will be a contact card dot. And let's create a card, and first let me import the material.dart package, and let me create a stateless widget, contact card. Instead of returning a container, let me return a list style. So in the list style, the leading will be a circle avatar, and the radius will be 23. And here we have to use the child, the SVG picture. Remember, we use the same thing on the our on our page of chat page. Sorry, I forgot that. We use the same thing over here also. So we have to use the same thing here, and we have to provide the asset name, and the asset name of this thing is assets slash person dot svg, the person svg. Okay, so we have to use that thing over here, and let me hit the save. And to visualize it, we have to use this thing, the list style, in our select contact page. So let me, for the visualization, use it inside the body. Just after the app bar, we have the body parameter in our scaffold, and inside the scaffold, I'm just going to use right now list view to visualize it. It's children. The first children will be contact card. Let me hit the save and see the changes. Okay, it's saying the unable to load the asset. Maybe I provided the wrong asset name. The actual asset name is the person.svg, and inside the contact card, the spelling should be same, assets, AWS and hit the save. And let me just resume the changes. Okay, now we got it. And let me just refresh the page. So remember, do not make any typo mistake. It will cause you. So let me go on a page, and here you can see that we got our asset. And let me just provide the colors dot white, height to 30 and width to 30. Hit the save. And now the next step is to add the background color on the circle avatar. The background color will be the colors dot blue gray, and we are past the parameter 200. Okay, now it's completed the leading part. Just after the leading part, we need a title part as well. So the title will be text, and we have to provide the name. Right now, let me put the dev stack as the name, and we have to do the styling as well. So let me use the text style. So most of the time you can find that I'm just coding as soon as possible to let you know. And I have to use the font weight dot bold. Let me hit the save. And now the title is added. Just after the title, we also had to add the subtitle where we have to put the status. It will again add text, and here we have to put the status like a full stack developer. And let me use the style, text style to font size 13, and hit the save. Now we also added the status one, which means the title part is now completed, but we just have to wrap this thing with the another widget called Inkwell. So when we click on this widget, then automatically we will go on an individual chat page. That functionality will work, but not in this video. Okay, now we created the tiles of the contact card. So let me use it in a select contact in a proper way. So in a contact card, instead of returning a list view, I'm just going to return a list view dot builder to generate multiple contact card. And here we have to provide a builder method, context and the index, and I'm going to return the contact card. Also, we have to provide the item count. So just above the item builder, we have to use the item count, and how number of variable we are going to use, we have to provide over here. So if you remember, in a chat page, we created a random data. So let's generate a random data again for this page as well. So in a chat page, if you go, you will find that we were using the chat model class. So in the chat model class, that is a model class, I added a extra field called the status. Okay, so I'm going to use this same chat model class for the select contact.dart page, and I'm going to create a list of chat model class. So I'm just going to create a random data again. So that will be a list type of chat model class contacts, because I'm not going to create another chat model, and it will be empty. And let me initialize the first chat model card, chat model class. And for our this page, we just need two things. First one is the name. Name will be Dev Stack. Second one is the status. Status will be a full stack developer. Remember, in the last video, when we created the chat model, this status property was not there. That's why I added that status property on our chat model. So don't forget to add this status property on your chat model. Okay. And now the first model is created. Let me create a second model, the chat model Balram. Flutter developer. I'm just generating the random data. Socket developer. Dev, a full stack, or app developer. I think it's all right. I'm going to use these contacts, and with help of these contacts, I'm going to initialize the contacts.length for the item count, and I'm just going to pass this contact on our contact card. So let me go on a contact card, and here let me create a variable called chat model, that is an individual object of the chat model, contact, contact, and we have to initialize that variable here, this dot contact. Let me pass this individual contact here. So to pass it, we have to use the context list which we created over here, and we have to pass the individual index variable, individual index element, with help of the contact. Maybe this video is not confusing for you because we did the same thing on the other video when we worked on the chat page. Now you can see that we are able to view the all the data, but the name DevStack and the status is the same because we have to update this data with help of the this contact which we are getting dot the name and contact dot the status. Let me hit the save and see the changes. Now you can see that all the contacts is added. But if you go on a WhatsApp, you will find that two things, that new group in new contact have a different kind of view. This thing we already covered, but these two things we have to work on it. So let me work on it also. I'm going to create a new custom card that will be a button card dot dart. And here what I will gonna do that I'm just going to copy this card, the contact card which we created right now, and I'm going to paste the exact code over here. The first thing we have to do that we have to change the name of the class. So I'm going to change the name of the card to button card. Now the second thing we have to do that instead of using this SVG picture, we have to use the icon. I'm just hit the save and let me go on select contact.dart file, and here in a list view.builder we have to implement a condition. So here we have the contact card. We are just returning a one contact card custom widget, but instead of returning a contact card alone, what I'm going to do that I'm going to write a if else condition. So if the if index value which we are getting over here, this this item count have the length of the context and we are getting the individual index. Okay, so if the index value is the 0, which means we are accessing the first data, then I'm going to return the button card which we created right now. Button card. Okay, right now I'm not going to pass anything on a button card, and just wait and have a patience. And else if the index is equal to 1, then again I'm going to return the button card. We have to work on a button card. Okay, the button card work is left, and the default condition will be return the contact card, which is a default condition. If I will hit the save, then it will give the error because in a button card we have to pass the contacts detail as well. So let me just modify the button card, and instead of returning a SVG picture on a child, what I'm going to do that I'm going to return the icon. And how we will get the icon? Instead of getting the contact, I'm going to use two things. The first thing will be final string name, and the second thing will be final icon data. Please have a patience that I'm covering this thing. And the name will be the icon. And here I have to use the this dot name and this dot icon. Let me use this thing that up in the child, I'm going to use the icon, and I'm going to pass the icon which I'm getting from the select card. And here I think I'm getting an issue because the circle avatar will require extra curly braces, and we don't have the contact dot name, we just have the name. And here we don't require the subtitle one. So let me delete the subtitle and let me add the comma and let me hit the save. Let me go there and let me pass two things. The first thing is the icon. Which kind of icon we are going to use? I'm going to use the icons dot group, and also I have to write the name. So what will be the name? The name will be new group. As you saw on the UI, the name was the new group. Let me just copy this thing again and let me paste over here on index equal to 1. Then we have to provide the second icon. The second icon will be person underscore add, and also I have to change the name of it. It will be a new contact. Let me hit the save and show you the changes how it will look like. You can see that those two buttons are added here, but the color and all are not good. So we have to work on the color as well. So let me go on a button card, and what I'm going to do that I'm going to add the background color. And what will be the color? You will find the color code on the description below. So the color is 0xFF and 25D366, and let me hit the save. Now the color is added. We just had to do one quick thing, that we have to add the size of the icon, which will be R26, and the color of the icon, which will be a colors dot white. Okay, let me hit the save and see the changes. Now you can see that it is looking like the WhatsApp one. The only changes are here that in a select contact.dart file, we had 4 instances. But here you can see that we are able to see only 2 instances. We are not able to see those 2 instances because here we added the condition. If the index is equal to 0, then show the new group button. If index is equal to 1, then show the new contact one. That's why we have to add +2 over here. And also here in the index, we have to add the -2 because now our context will start from the 0, and but first 2 indexes we are printing these two things. So I'm going to hit the save, and you will find that all those 4 contexts will be displayed over here. And now you can see that our work is completed. If the dummy data, if I will copy this thing and if I will paste it again, then you will find that it is looking exactly like the WhatsApp one. So the purpose of this video is now completed. But before I will move forward, please share this video to your friend, like the video, and please subscribe to this channel. I'm putting my all of the effort, and I just need your help that to grow this channel. Your subscribe or like, that will motivate me to make the video more frequently. So please all help me to grow this channel and also share this channel. Thank you all. Happy coding and see you on a next video.